Welcome to another writing vlog. It is currently May 3rd and I have not updated my vlogs in a little bit because I have not really been motivated and I sort of want to jump into that. We had a bit of a rough April. Our 13-year-old dog passed away. It was very sudden, even though she was sick for a very long time. It was just not something we were prepared for. And I don't think you can ever really prepare for that, especially when you've had a living being in your life for that many years. So that was a big hurdle for us to overcome last month. It obviously is never something that we're going to be completely okay over. It's just difficult. This is the first dog that I've had in my adult life, that I've had for a majority of my adult life. I found that while I still worked through it, I still worked my job, obviously. That's what you have to do. I still got through all of my writing. I found that my writing really helped me get into a headspace that I needed to be in at that time. I had purposefully given myself to start like that week. I said I wasn't going to do any writing, but I found that in every single quiet corner of my life, it was very difficult to not cry. For, whatever sprint I was doing at the time, I didn't think about how much it hurt. So in all those moments, it just hurt a little less. So it's been a couple weeks since that's happened, and we went through the process of everything. We got her ashes. I actually have back there a photo frame of just all pictures of her. It's a digital photo frame that I've uploaded pictures to. It was one thing that really helped me grieve, sort of looking at old pictures and things like that, new pictures, things that, I've taken recently, and I have yet to go back and really look at all the pictures I have. I'm aging myself here, but when we first got her, I don't think we had iPhones yet. We didn't have iPhones, I'm sure they existed. So I was using a digital camera. And we have videos and pictures of when she was a puppy that I really wanted to go through. I just haven't had the time because I really want to sit down and go through them. I don't want to be rushed. And also too, they're on a old external hard drive that I need to, get on my Mac. And then I have to move all the pictures to my phone just to upload, and it's a lot. That's really been my lack of motivation for picking up a camera. For a couple weeks there, I couldn't even talk about it without crying. So it's just something that hit a lot harder than I thought it would, and it's just something you have to do as an animal owner. And it's just terrible. But I have to say that Gizzy has been very helpful. Having something else to take care of. Gizzy is the cat, not my child. I have been taking care of my child, in case you didn't know that. Just having another animal to take care of has been really helpful because they take a big part of our lives, and if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have had the motivation to get up and do much. But when you have another animal to take care of, you have to take care of them, and I have to say I'm grateful for that. So anyway, jumping back into the writing, I have been working on my newest nonfiction book. Details to be released soon about that. I'm hoping to release that in August of this year, and I'm still working on the first draft. So my nonfiction is one of those situations that the book just flies when I'm able to sit down and do it. I did a couple of interviews recently for the book. They were fantastic interviews with some amazing authors that I cannot wait to show you. Those videos will be coming out here soon as sort of a promotion for the book. But I'm structuring these interviews and conversations a little differently than I did with Take Back Your Book, and I'm really excited to do that. But I did commit to a ghostwriting project that has been taking up a bit of my time. If you don't know my process, I work full-time, so I work on my books between 5 and 7 in the morning, and that has actually been starting to take a toll on me. Enter lack of motivation. I'm very tired lately. I'm in the works for some medical help in that regard, but it's just been a really tough month for me. I think it's important sometimes, even though this seems a bit like a downer, that we don't always have to put our happiest faces out there, especially as someone who likes to advocate for writers, who likes to talk about writing. So I'm making this work, and it's work. It's not always releases and happy writing sessions. Our writing is very much affected by our lives because we are highly creative people. Yeah, it's been difficult, and I sort of finally felt the motivation to pick up the camera and just sort of talk about what's been going on, because, you know, sometimes you just have to keep plugging through. You know, there are times where people, writers especially, you know, if they don't see anything happen from their books right away, they quit, or they do, you know, they just stop. And I've thought about it many, many times, but I can't, and I won't. It's just, you gotta keep going, even though sometimes you just wanna like lay in a puddle on the floor. So right now I'm actually taking a little bit of time. Kiddo is a little bit late at school today, so I have a little bit of time left for myself to work on the ghostwriting book. I'm hoping to get it sent off to my client today. I'm gonna leave my camera out and hope that I have some motivation to bring it out more and bring you on my journey a little more. But I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for listening. If you do have any animals in your life, be sure to give them a big hug, because you never know when they're not gonna be there anymore. Today is May 4th, and I was able to send off my ghostwriting deadline today, so that was very exciting. It's always funny with ghostwriting that I tend to get very nervous when I have to like bill people, and I do the math like 400 times. So I was really excited to send that off. And I actually ended up working on my book today. I did about 600 words, which was very surprising because I did it in about 10 minutes. But I've been itching so hard to write this book, so I'm really, really excited to dive into it. I do have a newsletter that's supposed to go live tomorrow that I have not written yet. So I'm thinking that if I have some time this evening, I will get it out. If not, I'll work on it in the morning. I think with this newsletter, I think I'm going to announce my merch. I have merch. I created it a long time ago, several months ago, and it's sort of just been sitting there, and I wasn't sure how exactly to promote it. And then I feel like when I was about to, Jamie passed away, and then I sort of just stopped worrying about anything other than like my feelings. So I think I'm going to announce it, and if you are all interested in checking it out, I don't have the fortune of having enough subscribers on YouTube to be able to have it in the little pictures under my video, but I will put the link in the description in case you want any writer merch. And also, this is more of just a stepping stone for me. I'm looking forward to creating more merch in the future. So if there's any like phrases that you want to see or anything like that, or any suggestions for merch, I'm happy to design some. I had a really, really great experience designing them. I work with spring.com to distribute. I really love the quality of the apparel specifically, and also I have some mugs on there as well. It's just a very small collection at this point. I wanted to start small and sort of see where it went, but I will post some pictures here of the different types of merch that I have, and I try to have them available in as many colors as possible. When it comes to light versus dark images, I didn't do like the opposite of them, so like the ones that have like white lettering will be on the darker colors, and eventually I'll change that over to dark lettering for the lighter colors. I just have not done that yet because, like I said, it's the first time I've done this, and this is sort of a soft launch, and I look forward to adding more merch in the future, possibly some reader book related merch, but for right now it's more like author centric because that's the stuff that I like to wear. So unfortunately I'm not wearing anything today, and you've probably seen some if you've watched any of my other videos. I kind of had them sneaky. I was wearing them during the videos, and also some of my lives. Again, that's in the description. I have to go off and pick up Kiddo. It is Wednesday, May 11th, and I have just been terrible at checking in because of the little time I have. Sometimes the work just overcomes like me putting up my camera and talking and things like that, especially because I work so early in the morning. But it's later in the afternoon and I have a few minutes to be able to chat. So right now I am working on the case study interviews for my nonfiction book. So what I'm doing right now is I'm refamiliarizing myself with the content of the interviews. I am making notes in my Scrivener document, and then these interviews will also be available for like as bonus material for people who have purchased the books. I have a specific way that I think I'm gonna do it right now, but I have to actually do it. So as I'm going through the process, I'm just taking notes, and then I wanna like dive into the case studies. I do have another ghostwriting deadline soon, so I don't know how long I'm gonna work on this, which is why I'm working on it in the afternoon and not the morning, because I'm trying to get through them as quickly as possible. So there's just a lot of balls in the air. I received some very sort of exciting and scary news personally, in terms of things which I'll probably update you with soon, but that's putting a lot of stress. There's a deadline in the middle of the summer that I have to meet, and I also wanted to release this book in August, and it's sort of hitting that timeline. So I really want to get everything I need to get done in terms of deadlines for my ghostwriting client and also for my book. So chaotic. I'm just now feeling the overwhelm. Anyway, so I'm gonna get back to it, and I'm gonna close out the vlog here. So be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell if you'd like to see more vlog updates. I'm hoping to keep these coming to you as soon as possible, and then you're gonna see some awesome interviews with some amazing authors. So I will see you very soon.